Hello team and family, this is video number 3 over the distributive property. I've got 4 equations for number 5 and 4 equations for number 7, and I need to figure out which one's the distributive property. So when I look at A, I know that anything times 1 gets me that number, and that's actually a property we're going to talk about next video. It's called the identity property. So the identity property basically says that if you multiply by 1 you're going to get the same value. So this is the identity property, not distributive. The next one says 8 times 10 plus 3 equals 8 times 10 plus 8 times 3. And if I think about the distributive property, I take the common factor, which is 8, and I distribute it to the other terms inside the parentheses. So that equals 8 times 10 plus 8 times 3. So it looks like B is the distributive property. So I'm going to put distributive property. But I want to check to make sure that the rest aren't as well. The next one says 8 times 10 times 3 equals 8 times 10 times 3. But the parentheses is moved. I know when there's regrouping, that's the associative property. And then the last one, letter D, 8 times 10 equals 10 times 8. When you switch the numbers around or you reorder them, that's called the commutative property. Because you commute or you move the numbers. So the distributive property is answer choice B. And now I just have one more, question 7. The equation in A is 1 times 2 equals 2. Anything times 1 equals that number, so that's the identity property. The next one shows the same numbers. 2 times 9 times 3 equals 2 times 9 times 3. I know that for this one, that I just moved the parentheses, so that shows the associative property, because you can regroup and still get the same number if you move the parentheses around, but it's all multiplying or all adding. That's the associative property. The next one says 2 times 9 equals 9 times 2. Whenever you reorder numbers, that's the commutative property. And then the last one says 2 times 9 plus 3 equals 2 times 9 plus 2 times 3. For this one, if I have 2 times 9 plus 3, the distributive property just says I distribute the common factor 2 amongst the terms in parentheses. So that's equal to 2 times 9 plus 2 times 3. So if I look at my answer choice D, 2 times 9 plus 2 times 3, that shows the distributive property. So my answer choice for the distributive property is D, because that shows that distributing the common factor 2 amongst the terms in the parentheses.